Hello and welcome. My name is Tom.
And I'm Heather.
And you're sitting at The Couples Table.
The Couples Table is a live stream podcast here on this channel. Join us for better or worse.
For richer or poorer.
In sickness and in health.
As long as we both shall live.
Da, 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 da.
Yay!
Yay!
We sure didn't waste any time with that intro. We were quite productive with our workflow.
Oh.
I meant productivity.
I was
anyway.
like, what are you talking about?
I was just trying to get things rolling. Hello, everybody. Thank you for being here. Oh, look at this.
Hello, everybody.
Megan.
Yeah.
New keyboard.
You noticed?
So Megan recommended this awesome keyboard.
Is this the one?
No. Well, Megan recommended one that's really cool because it's a solar powered one, so you never charge it, which is amazing. Cool. But I got this one, which is the Logitech Mx Keys. It was really cool. I was actually going to get your mechanical one that you have, Megan, too. But this one just has 3 buttons where you can easily pair it with 3 things, and I can just switch between MacBook, Mac Mini, and iPad. Boop, boop, boop. And it works great. It's like...
And you love it.
I freaking love it. Every time I come in here to type on it, I'm like, oh, it's so fun to type now. Yeah. So I got that because last week I got on such a kick for... like optimizing things, and
that's what we're going to be talking about today.
I went nuts in the past week, and Heather's done some specific things too. And yeah, let's say hi to everybody. Jack is here, Curiosity Network Podcast, Drew, James and Mark, Bailey, Megan, Melanie, Obs, Samantha Just Inspire, Robotrix, Raul, MCJ,
Ron, hey, good to see you. Do you want to answer this question?
Do you research the whole SEO thing for deciding a topic edit video? That's actually a great question. I don't really anymore.
Yeah.
Sometimes what I'll do though is if I'm thinking of doing a topic that I know other people have covered, is I'll kind of look it up and see how other people have framed it. Because what I'm really learning is like, I don't know. So like here, this little microphone, this Rode Video Mic Go 2.
Okay.
It's a cool microphone, but if I title it like Rode Video Mic Go 2, that's going to be interesting for people who are looking for this microphone and they're going to find it. But I think what's more interesting is to frame it as like, you know, the best video mic under $100, or like, you know, get the best sound at the lowest price or something like that, where people who are just going to go like,
they don't know about the microphone yet.
They don't know about this specific microphone, but they probably want better sound in their videos. And then like I've been trying to frame things with broader appeal, and then people watch the video and the video introduces them to more specific solutions.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know if that's smart or not, but that's what I've been trying to do. And I think it kind of helps.
Yeah.
So Megan notices keyboards. There's like a keyboard community.
Oh yeah,
out there.
A whole thing.
Which I wasn't really aware of, but I really did want to like get a custom mechanical keyboard where you build the switches and everything yourself, but I didn't. I just got this one. Are there any microphones on walls outside of your studio? No. Only in here.
Yeah. Hey, Anita.
What's up, Anita?
Gary Jones Jr., what's up?
Anita, say hello to you.
Go, Johnny, go. Hello.
Go, Johnny, go. I gotta change your name, though. It's 2022. I'm just kidding. Established 2021. EST.
Just a guy and a girl. Hello.
So. We're talking about workflow today. Because I think that's a helpful thing, and the past week for me has been amazing as far as that goes. But, what?
What were you going to say?
I would say, but you've done some cool stuff too.
Oh, yeah?
This morning, you just showed me a whole thing that you worked on.
Oh, yeah. I don't think I can show it.
No, you can't show it, you can explain it.
Yeah. I mean, maybe I can show it. Why not? Maybe. No, actually, I shouldn't.
Oh, yeah. It's like info on it.
Yeah.
But as you may or may not know, Heather and I have been working with Mighty Networks, which is the platform where we host our community, and we've been making some videos for their YouTube channel over the past few months.
Yeah.
Which is super cool. And they're pretty open to like, Heather's sort of like the lead on it, but you know, what do you think would be helpful to people who are Mighty Networks hosts? Make videos about that stuff. And so like the mess of ideas and where they stand from like ideation to being invoiced, it has been kind of a mess, and you sort of took care of that today.
Yeah. So one thing that I did want to kind of start this whole conversation with is just talking about workflow in general, which I think most of the people here who are watching this, I would think that a lot of you guys already have a workflow because you're all, you know, creating content already. But I think that one of the things that if you're new to YouTube, or you're still feeling like you're kind of struggling with YouTube, or there's just that lack of confidence in creating content, I think workflow has a lot to do with that confidence, right? And I think that having a workflow that you're confident in comes with repetition and practice. So if you implement someone else's workflow, you know, if you don't have a workflow, first of all, you're having to kind of question what the next step is every step of the way. So to me, it just takes so much longer. So, you know, what I would think first, and I think we've talked about this on the couples table, but like kind of write your process down and then do it a few times. And then from there, you can try to see like how you can identify to make things more efficient and more effective. But then, you know, just to build that confidence, it really is just kind of going through that process over and over again. And, you know, kind of what Tom said this morning, I created an entire production schedule board basically in Notion. And this is like my 6th year doing YouTube, and it's still something that you kind of have to, you know, build and cater and customize to your own workflow. And, you know, what works for somebody isn't going to work for somebody else necessarily. And same with Tom. This is like your 5th year doing YouTube.
Yeah.
And completely revamped his studio.
So nice.
In a way that's like,
So nice.
It doesn't like, if you watch the next videos that he makes from here on out, you won't notice a difference.
Yeah.
Like, you probably won't notice a difference, but again, it's that workflow, that confidence, that comfort of like, I feel good about this whole process, and it just makes you more ready, like more, I don't know, just more in your process. So I think,
Yeah.
I think like workflow is not something that I thought about when I was like, I want to make a video today, or when I was getting my channel off the ground. Yeah, like you don't even think about that. So, if you're still in that phase of like, oh, I'm camera shy, or like, I don't know what to make video about, there's so much to it. There's branding, there's workflow, there's, all of that. So embrace the journey, have fun. And it really is just kind of figuring out what works for you. So today, what we wanted to talk about is we're going to share some of the things that like we feel leveled up our workflow, in case that inspires you to kind of reevaluate your own process. But then also, we'd love to hear what's something that helped you take your stuff to the next level.
Yeah. So
we could all like learn from each other.
I do want to differentiate. The reason I said productivity at the beginning is because it was on my mind. Because I've personally, I used to watch these a lot, like productivity channels, where it's like how to constantly optimize and be more efficient and be more effective or whatever. And I've learned a lot from those. But recently, I've started to feel bad from seeing those videos on those channels, because it's like, I feel like personally, it's a lot of, you need to be doing this. Why aren't you doing this? You need to level up this. Here's how you're not doing this as, productively as possible. It's just like, no matter what, I'm always still not doing something good enough.
Not good enough, right?
Yeah, and it's like, maybe I don't need to do like 5 challenges every 30 days. Maybe I don't need to like constantly try to like work towards this perfection. So like, when we talk about optimizing workflow, we're not talking necessarily about that, but we're talking about, the thing for me is, if you've ever had like clutter in your house, like, I don't know, you have a pile, like a bag of something by your front door, and you set it there and you're like, okay, I need to take that out and get rid of it. But then it kind of stays there for a couple of days, and eventually you become blind to it. And now for...
It's just like part of...
Yeah, for 3 weeks now, you just like trip over and step over it every time you go outside. Yeah. And then eventually you just move the stupid bag and you're like, wait, why?
I should have done that way long time ago.
Yeah, I think that happens a lot in workflows, both with physical stuff and with like, digital electronic stuff, is there's these pain points and they're frustrating, but you just kind of get used to them.
Mm-hmm. And you just accept them.
Yeah, it's like, this is what it is. It's an annoying part of it. And you don't realize that like, you could do something about it. And sometimes it takes a lot of effort. Sometimes it takes much effort. But even a small thing, once you get rid of it, it's like, it feels
so much better. Yeah, and like, I know for me, what holds me back is knowing that, like my schedule board this morning.
Yeah.
I knew I had to sit down and do it, and I knew that was going to take time. And I think that, to declutter, you have to declutter. You have to take the time to actually, build a new system, or anytime you change something that's going to take some effort. But man, the payoff.
Oh, payoff's huge. And it's hard because you have to be alert. The little pain points and the friction is so easy to just sort of accept and not think about. Because you just need to get your job done. So you're just like, oh, whatever, this is annoying. And you really have to be alert and go like, wait, I'm annoyed by something. What is it? Why is it? What could I do about it? And it sounds so simple, but it's amazing. I'm sure you know how hard it is to like pay attention to that. I did want to touch on, before we dive in more, your own missed the answer. We talked about the answer to the SEO thing, but the short answer, I think this might be worded differently, is personally, I come up with the topic first and then see how to frame it. I don't let the SEO come up with my topics. Like, I come up with the topic and then figure out how to frame it, versus like do SEO research to come up with a topic.
Yeah, and I want to say that YouTube is shifting.
Yeah.
Where I think really leaning into what sticks out to you and what's most interesting to you is more important than SEO rankability.
Yeah. I think that's also what's going to connect you to other people.
Yeah.
More, hopefully. Yeah. Jax here's going to sign up for the community again.
Yay,
I'm
awesome.
sure you know this because you've been around, but it is free now, so there's no reason not to sign up.
Yeah. So if you guys accidentally got booted out because you were on a subscription, it's because the subscription expired because we canceled it. So just rejoin. I know a lot of you guys have already rejoined, but it's free now. You can just hang out and join whenever you can.
Jared says, make your creative space work for you. Make it easier to create, not a space where you can make excuses. Yes.
Yeah.
Jared has an amazing space. And when I was talking about redoing my stuff, he sent me a photo of like his camera organized. It's so nice. He posted a video today. So like go check out Jared's channel, watch his video from today. You can see the space that he has. It's real good. Bailey said, seeing Tom's newly organized workspace was inspiring. I love organization. We'll organize something really bad at keeping it that way. I'm going to walk you through the whole thing, so don't worry. Rahul's turned to AI to help with writing and research. I like that. Leo's here.
Hey.
Sorry for being late. Still had to upload a YouTube video. Excited to see that one.
Hey, Kathy.
Oh, yeah, Melanie. I saw that you rejoined. And Mike is here. He's feeling confident after asking for a higher fee for public speaking.
I want to know the... update.
Yeah.
Whenever you have it.
Okay, so I'm gonna jump in. Also, we did mention that I'm using the A7 IV, right? No, that was on the pre-show thing.
That's on the pre-show.
Yeah, just for funsies, this camera that we're using today is the A7 IV.
So like last week, if you were here, Tom set up a
porch cam.
Door cam, yeah. We thought the package was going to arrive during the couples table, but
and it did not.
It did not. But now it's set up, and this is what you're looking at.
I've used the camera a few times, taken photos with it, done some videos with it. Actually, here's a great photo.
So this is the new camera
because it has eye auto focus even for animals. So here's a picture of Finley. It's so easy because it just locks right on the eyes, and it's real nice. So anyway, A7 IV. I've never streamed with it, so I have it set up just to see what happens with it. Megan has one, loves it, the A7 IV. It's real nice. And now I have A7S III, FX3, A7 IV. I made a video yesterday about like switching to Sony from Canon, so that'll be out.
That'll be a fun video.
That'll be a controversial one. But beyond that, for almost the entire time that we've done this podcast, and we're sitting here and we're looking at the camera, if the closet door is open, this is what we look at. Sorry, I didn't mean to cover you up with it. I'll cover me up. This is what we've been seeing.
This is what we're facing.
Yeah, we can make it small. Oh, make it bigger. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a mess. Look at all that. Oops, it's gone now. Okay.
So that's like right in front of us.
Yeah, that's my equipment closet. I did a video.
You could see the camera like that. The camera right there. Or wait.
Yeah, there's
the camera in the corner. That's the camera we look at. So it's just...
This is the FX3 that's normally here.
Yeah.
And then I made a video a few years ago where I built all these shelves in this closet and like organized stuff. And it was really, really nice. And I was very, very proud of it. But I've just gotten more stuff and I use it all. It looks like a bunch of crap everywhere, but it's like actually stuff I'm using. And it's just it's so frustrating. And it's caused so much friction and so much just like, I hate opening the door. I hate digging through stuff. I hate when I need something. I'm like, oh, God,
can't find what you're looking for.
So frustrating. And it's been that way for years. And last week, I guess it was last Wednesday.
We had an earthquake.
Yeah, we had an earthquake, which isn't unusual. Like we live in Southern California. We live near a fault. Earthquakes happen.
Yeah, but it was real jolty. Like side note, that was a scary one.
The recent earthquakes we've had have been like, like she gets
wavy.
Motion sickness.
I get motion sickness because it's a lot of like this. But this one was like boom.
This one, yeah, I was literally like making a cookie, and it was a thing where it's like there's like a little rattle, and you're like, is that an earthquake? And then it's like,
yeah, we were just like, oh no.
And those are real scary.
They're scary.
But it wasn't like a bad one. Nothing happened or anything. But every time there's an earthquake, I think of those shelves in the closet, and I think of all my camera gear falling over.
Just
and
thousands of dollars.
I had literally just gotten... So this A7 IV is my cheapest Sony camera, and it's $1,000 more expensive than my EOS R was. Almost. So the other ones are more... So like the level of gear that's in the closet has increased to a point where all I was picturing was it tumbling off and like crashing down. And I was really, really scared of that. So I did a Twitter poll where I was like, hey, how are you guys storing your gear? Do you just put it on a shelf? Do you keep it in your camera bag? That seems really annoying. And then I thought, you know what? We have these workbenches here. So like the table that we use, the couple's table, is a Husky workbench from Home Depot, which is metal and wood. And they make really cool drawers and tool chests. So I was like, I bet you I could find a Husky tool chest for my camera stuff. So here's that picture again of what everything looked like. I went and searched Home Depot and found, there's our after picture. I found one that's the perfect size. It even happened to be blue. And it had everything that I needed, and it's the right height and it's the right width. So if it were wider, it wouldn't open because of the closet doors. So I can slide it open that up. It's awesome. It's so much better now. So now that's what we get to see. And actually, I can show you a live view.
And everything is, of course, super organized and
yeah,
labeled.
And I reorganized every single thing.
Yeah.
And there's a link in the description to this live stream. I did a whole blog post about it with like very specific things if you want to check that out. Why can't I not switch? I guess I have to add a camera. That's weird. Something changed in my eCam over here. Hello. There's two of us now. But we're going to switch that to Tom's iPhone. I don't know why, but okay. Anyway, now this is what we get to see. I even hung a light up there. This is what
we're looking at.
So it's nice and bright. It's organized. It's awesome. I really enjoy that a lot.
I think you made us smaller.
I'll show you more details about it. Oh, boop, there we go.
There we go.
Show you more details about it and everything in a second. But
hey, Filmtopia.
Filmtopias, I see you. Everyone's Soldier A7 too. Thinking of the 3 or the 4. They're both great. I mean, Leo's here. He has the 3 and does amazing work with it.
Yeah.
The 4 is a very nice step up. So that's cool. Jared said you need bins and labels. Labels are key. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you stuff. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, see, that's another thing. Scroll up. A place for everything in its place. Like, yeah. I think it's important that everything has a home within your home.
You're not I'm going to put this here. Wait, where was it? It's over here. Wait, where was it?
Like, it should always go back to where it's supposed to be.
And Patrick said you got Craftsman stuff. So, I'm going to show you because the other thing which I can't really show just because the camera's in the way right now is this tool chest. It was one of those ones that was super tall and it came with this bottom part and it came with another big thing on top. I only needed the bottom. You had to get the top with it.
So the top is on the other side.
So I actually built this little platform. I took some...
This is on the other half of the closet.
Yeah, so if you open the other side of the closet, I built I took some spare wood and just built a little platform and put this top part on it so I can put my camera bags under it, and then I have less frequently used things in that one. Right. So it's still easy to get to, but it's not as easy to get to. And the whole closet, I redid all the shelves, redid all the bins. I will show you. I'm going to wait till I get over there.
Very excited.
Where is it? It's the Tom's iPhone. You can turn that on.
Okay.
I won't make everybody sick.
Yeah, he's going to get over there and then...
So here
Okay, ready?
Go. Yes. I'll have to talk loud. You might not be able to hear me. But here's a cool thing, though. First, all these drawers are soft close.
Soft close.
Yes. So anyway, we talked about labels. I have everything labeled very nicely. This one is like small stuff that I grab a lot. Lights and filters and memory cards and things. YOLO box. This one is audio that I grab a lot, like video mics, adapters, cables and stuff. This one's a really fun drawer. This is all like my grip gear and camera gear and stuff. And then here are the really fun ones. There's not much in here right now, actually, because 2 of the cameras are gone. One of them is there.
That's the camera drawer.
The camera drawer. And then the lens drawer.
Which you cut foam for.
Which I did cut. I just used my old sound panels.
Yeah, he's the old sound panels.
And then over there is where you can see that other thing is. These shelves, I organized everything. I got rid of all the boxes. So all that's left are 3 labeled bins that I use sometimes, but not often. And that's basically it. You can turn this one off so I don't make everyone sick.
Yes. And he's so you feel so light
because I can just do everything, and I'm not worried because all my like really expensive gear is protected.
It's not gonna fall.
It's not gonna fall because also it's not even just earthquakes. It's just me being clumsy and knocking stuff down,
Which
like
he has totally done.
Yeah, so it's like everything is safe and put away until I need it, and I love that.
Hey, Peter.
The dogs love it too. Pouring rain. It's not pouring rain. It's like a beautiful warm day outside here. Jared said that Husky liner's great. I line all my camera shells with it. Yeah. Now, if you give a mouse a cookie...
There's more.
I think there must be a delivery person here or something. Goodness.
Yeah, someone's dropping off a package.
Something must be happening because they're going crazy.
Here, I'm gonna go see what it is.
So this area over here, perfect. Exactly how I wanted it. And then I was looking over here to my right, this space under this table. And this is what I was seeing. Also, again, kind of a mess. There's the table. The stuff on top of it's fine because that's all stuff I'm like currently working on. But under it, it's just sort of like these dusty shelves of messiness. And I was like, oh, that is very frustrating. I've hated going in there. I hate cleaning it. I hate trying to find stuff in it. So I went to Home Depot to try to get another one of these. They didn't have anything that would fit under there. So that's where I had to go to Lowe's, and I found 2 workbench things. That was a crazy sound. 2 workbench things to go under there. They happen to be red, but they fit perfectly. And now, let's see. I can turn this on.
Do you want to see what we got?
Oh my God, we'll do an unboxing then. And now I've got these guys down here, which are really nice. I hadn't used Craftsman stuff before. They're the same soft close drawers. So everything's labeled. I've got like the stuff I grab a lot for like work stuff here. I've got just like production gear. That's where I put my slider and my turntable that I use a lot. I've got Ben is here. There's some more computer stuff, USB cables and things. This drawer is actually empty for now. I need to figure out what to do with that one. This is my one messy drawer, but it's actually more organized because the left side's like HDMI, the right side's power supplies. It's fine. You gotta have cables. I gotta move. Over here, computer stuff, boom arms, audio stuff, some microphones, more audio gear, and then this is stuff I need to figure out what to do with. So that's the closest thing to a junk drawer. Oh, you can turn it off. Sorry.
Oh.
Because now we got packages.
Yes, this is what arrived. I have no idea what any of this is.
So anyway, the cool thing too about these chests over here is that the side of them, I didn't know this when I bought them, are pegboards. So like that's probably what actually a lot of this stuff is. So in addition to having storage inside, you can put like pegboard organizers on the sides and do that. So anyway, I'm psyched.
Oh, I got one.
Yay. So anyway.
I don't remember what
Amir's here. He said Ben needs his own channel. Jealous of your side-by-sides. This was crazy because they, I went to Lowe's. They didn't have any in stock, and I asked someone like, do you have any of these? And the guy was like, yeah, but they're literally in the back of the store on the very, very top of it, like in the ceiling. And they called someone to like get the forklift, close the aisle, bring the forklift up, and there were 2 next to each other. And as he was getting it, I was like, can I get both of them? Because I had the idea that like one of them, yeah, side by side is what I need. 10 drawers. I don't have any embargo items. No worries, Bailey. I actually really like the red. I was looking for blue, but the red's
cool.
Nice. Now that you have a decent amount of gear, we thought of insuring it. I've looked into it, but for us, our homeowner's insurance is kind of like, it's kind of that there. So, cool. I think we're kind of caught up there. Is this mine?
Yes.
Oh. Look, I'll grab my tool that's neatly organized here. These are all mine.
Didn't mean for this to be an unboxing, but... since it happens,
I've been
why
going
not?
crazy with stuff. Wait. Here we go. I'm going to be safe with this knife.
So my thing was not camera related. This is a new enzyme scrub for my face wash. It's an exfoliator. It's Wishful Yo Glow.
I just got hanging cups for the side of the pegboard, so that way I can put pens and pencils on the side and have easy access. That's my excitement.
Oh, these are N95 masks.
Oh yeah! Yay! Because we don't want COVID. So these are cups for that. Very excited for those. And these are cool too.
Just the little like slide drawers.
I think they're just open bins.
Oh. Scary.
I know, that's why I'm pointing away. Don't worry. Oh, it's like a Ziploc. Yeah, these ones are just little hanging bins for like...
You were supposed to slide it open.
Oh. Well, I'm not gonna like...
Keep it in there.
Yeah. So now when we're done today, I get to organize more.
Ooh.
Exciting. Anyway, and I bought a bunch of little drawer organizers and stuff to use in there. So that's what I've been doing all week. And it's crazy because now we've done a couple streams. I made a couple videos with like my new setup and everything. And it has made things so much easier. I'm not tripping over myself. I'm not almost damaging equipment. I'm not searching for things because I don't know where they are. It's like Jared said.
Like, it's important to also realize that, okay, one of Tom's videos, I don't know if you said this already, but one of his videos that is scheduled, so should be coming out in the next few weeks, is literally a studio tour. And then after he finished that video, he redid the whole thing.
It was literally the day I finished that video and scheduled it that we had the earthquake and all this started. So the studio tour is like, the closet's ugly and this is ugly.
It's already outdated.
But I'm not gonna... Here's the thing, though. I'm not going to devalue the time that I invested in that video. It's a good, accurate depiction of what the studio was like at that time. What I'll do then is I'll just do an updated, like, not studio tour, but how I store my gear video. That's sort of like a condensed version of the story I just explained.
Yeah.
But
it's important to realize that, like, that was your workflow. Like, that was your studio
for most of the
years.
time.
Yeah.
And the reason this is such a big deal to me, aside from making things easier, is it was sort of the stuff that was piled in the closet, the stuff that was piled under here, they were sort of the last things that were from pre-YouTube, when this was just sort of like a bedroom office room. And then it's like, it became a YouTube space, and then it became my workspace. And it's sort of like there's still remnants of like just it being a bedroom. They just sort of hung out and were getting in the way. And now all of that is gone, and it's 100% just
everything
audio video space
has been intentionally devoted to his YouTube endeavor, which is like really cool.
Yeah, that was a huge milestone. It reminds me very much of like early 2018. I remember I bought a whiteboard for the back of my door, which, you know, is like a $12 whiteboard. But I stuck it on the back of my door so I could put my video ideas and notes and things there. And that was a really big deal because it made me feel like I'm taking this so seriously that there's a physical thing to help me get better at this YouTube thing. And, you know, it's a very small thing, but that was a big moment.
Big deal.
It was like getting the Blue Yeti, which was a big moment for me of like, wow, I have like a microphone for live streaming.
Yeah, no, I totally get it.
Yeah. Like getting a Gorilla Pod.
Yeah.
So,
I remember that day.
So this was like the next feeling of that, and now it's like I'm just so happy. And then after that was where every time I wanted to switch between my MacBook and my Mac Mini and stuff, I had to plug in the keyboard to the other thing. That was the
complaint. I was like, you just reorganized everything. It took him 3 days, 3 whole days.
Yeah.
Full days of like just
lifting, moving, building, which was super fun
cleaning.
though.
Yeah.
I love that
organizing.
Stuff.
It's the best. But then I was like, what are you complaining about now? And it was the keyboard because you have like your laptop and, you know.
Yeah. The Apple keyboard's great, but like, switching. There were so many times I'd be working on my MacBook and I'd be like, oh, I need to get a file from the Mini. And like, I have to go through this whole pairing process just to do it. And then repair it over here.
Yeah,
And I was like, that's stupid. And I'm doing that like 5 times a day. So now it's one button.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I have been.
I saw Jared ask what this is.
Oh.
So we just found these on Amazon. They're black N95 masks. We can
I don't know. I just ordered them. The brand is HUHETA. ETA. But they're. I tried my best. It's always risky ordering N95 masks from Amazon because sometimes they're like not quite N95 masks. Everything I found said that these are like real N95 masks, not counterfeit, goofy ones.
And they're all individually.
But it's so strange because not last year, 2 years ago when the pandemic started, everyone was saying use an N95 mask, but then it was like, don't do that because nurses and doctors need them and they're running low. And it was like, you almost didn't want to use it because people would get mad at you for having an N95 mask because you were like being selfish.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there we go. I haven't worn one.
Is there there's a right way to...
Yeah, you have to like seal them up. Boop. Okay. It's not the one, there's the one, that's easy to breathe. It's kind of warm up in here. Be hard to like work out in it, but
yeah,
you gotta like seal it to your face. It's not bad. There's the ones where the seam is sideways. Like,
oh yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, you look like a duck. I'm not into that. That's just too weird. Sharing masks is the safest way to prevent COVID. Gotta work with the glasses.
All right.
Anyway, glad we got
what
those.
What do we miss in here?
We were talking about workflows, and then we're trying to talk to people about their workflows and what they use. Do you like those toolboxes, Tom? Yes. What I learned, though...
What did you learn, Tom?
I didn't realize that the first one I bought had the soft close drawers, which is like the nicest thing in the world. And so now, as soon as I did that, I was like, I'm only getting ones that have soft close drawers, which are usually not the cheapest ones that the stores have. But they're really nice. So 10 out of 10, recommend that. Improve workspace to better workflow. Workspace to better workflow. Bailey got a secondhand GorillaPod. The seller screwed me over and put like glue in the joints I didn't know about. Oh. Yeah, that's those little modifications that people make. Resetting the studio is super fun. Hey, Ben. I have to be careful sometimes and that was a thing the other day because I was going to Lowe's to get this. I went at like 7 a.m. and I think I was done. By the time I tore everything out, cleaned it, built it, put it in, organized, it was like 2 p.m. It was the whole day, basically. And I was telling Heather, I was like, I should really be like working. I shouldn't be doing this.
I know. And I was like, dude, this is work. What are you talking about?
Which was kind of a mind-blowing concept. It's like, oh, it is work.
It is work.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to do it.
Gotta do it. Yeah. What's the model of the keyboard? This is the Logitech Mx Master Keys. Heather has the Mx Master mouse. And these are the keys for it. I really like it. It's also illuminated, so it's like a proximity sensor that for some reason is not.
I can't. I have to use my mechanical keyboard.
She has a really nice mechanical keyboard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why not mount your Mac Mini as a network share on your MacBook Pro? Because I don't know how.
Mount your Mac Mini as a network share.
Or I could just do like remote login with it.
Oh. Well, it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. Let's just say it's fine. Because I didn't think about it. Yeah, ordering the N95. KF94 is the fish. Oh, okay. Hi. Live mind mapping all my stuff and use MindMeister. I like mind mapping too. I haven't used like an app for it, but I draw it all out because that's when you're a teacher. Mind maps is one of the things that like they, have your students do thinking maps and mind maps and stuff. But it's like one of my favorite things to do because the ways to visually organize information is like really, really fun. Yeah. And really helpful. Like to tangibly see where stuff is. Yeah. I love that.
I wish I could show you the board I made this morning, but basically I was thinking about doing a live stream in the community about building. Maybe I'll do this. I'll build a board that I can actually show everybody, but I think the important thing to take away is that all of your ideas, are captured somewhere, and then you can move them along the production process. So, because what I'm trying to do is being able to manage multiple projects at the same time. This is something that like I haven't really done, because usually my workflow all the way up until now has just been like I'm working on one video, and that's the only thing I work on until it's uploaded. Right. But I'd like to work on multiple videos at a time. So being able to keep track of like what step each video is at visually is super important to me. Otherwise, I will just lose track.
The Notion board's cool too, because you have it set up where there's a bunch of columns for different stages of production.
It's like a Trello board.
Yeah, and you just drag the thing over, which is like so easy.
Yeah.
Because my first thing, I'm not as familiar with Notion. I was like, oh, you have to like create a new thing in each column for where it's at. And you're like, no, you just
drag it over.
It's so nice, so easy.
Drag the card over, yeah.
Kathy said, love the MX Master. Use it at home and school. Yeah, I know they're super popular, so
We did get a NOS.
You did, yes. We did get a NOS. It's a 48 terabyte one. Right now, it's mainly used for archival stuff because it's not... It's hardwired into our network, but our computers are not hardwired into our network. So our computers are running on Wi-Fi.
Via Wi-Fi.
So we need to get... Basically, we need to have like Ethernet installed.
Which is like, no, it's not going to happen.
I'm not going to do it, but I told Heather if she wants to like call the guy and have someone do it, like cool beans.
But I don't really care to, because it's not a pain point to me.
Yeah, because I just want the art. Well, it would be fast. Like having everything archived is really nice, but over Wi-Fi going in and like looking through old video clips is very slow. But just knowing that everything's there and archived is really nice. And it's not like that slow over Wi-Fi, but you wouldn't want to edit off of it or anything.
Yeah.
Megan said, I've used Mini Node for mind napping. I'm going to take a mind nap. Mind mapping is pretty nice. Started using Obsidian to write things in. And Mac wants to do a Notion.
That's awesome, yeah.
Dude, 100% schedule that. That would be amazing.
Yeah.
I like Workshop. Workshop sounds more fun. Like, it's like hands-on. It's a workshop.
Take from the teacher.
I don't know. That's what I say. Jack, greatest thing for my workflow was the Rodecaster Pro. Currently in isolating because I tested positive for COVID and I'm recording videos like I used to, and it's so hard. Well, I hope you're taking care of yourself first and foremost.
Yeah.
And then working on videos. You guys, and things.
So I know COVID's going around. Like, it feels like so many people are getting
it. Yes.
But like, if you get it, don't get it. But if you do get it, please take care of yourself. Like.
Yeah, we've talked to so many people like in our world who get it, and they're very worried about like, I'm supposed to do a video, I'm gonna fall behind my live stream. It's like it's okay.
We've had, friends and family. We had Jake from our community passed away from COVID. I'm not, obviously anyone who gets COVID, I hope you guys clear it and it's all totally fine.
But taking care of yourself is the most important.
Please take care of yourself. Like, this is like don't worry about YouTube. It will be here. So please, like, rest up and, do what you gotta do.
Yeah. Merry Christmas, Diana.
Hi, Diana.
Is it just Christmas because your presence is such a gift?
Ooh, I love that. That was great.
Ben, since getting my new MacBook, I realized I could connect my GH5 with the USB-C to transfer footage. It's a small thing, but not having to move the SD card is super convenient. It hasn't opened an SD card slot in like a year.
Sorry.
It's your channel. Do whatever you want.
Talk about workflow, man. I'm so happy to not deal with memory cards ever again.
Yeah. Aubrey gave a Mac Mini to my wife, but then I didn't have a keyboard. Thankfully, Megan helped. Yes. And yes, Mac for the Notion walkthrough. I like that. Peter says ditto to Diana for Christmas. Leo usually uses Notion for all his videos, but this time didn't do the planning. Yeah, I mean, just because you have a system doesn't mean you have to stick to it every time. Like sometimes, like if you're just going through the motions of the Notion to like get through it, if it's not actually helping you, like don't feel like you need to. Sometimes you just might go with something, but having that foundation, that structure to fall back on is great. Whatever works for you, whether it's Notion or something else. Because I felt bad because Heather was like, I built my Notion board, look it up. And I was on my MacBook, my new one. And I was like, I don't have Notion installed on here.
It's fine.
But that's just because it's not a tool that like I just use the Notes app for most of my stuff.
Yeah, it's fine. You gotta do what you gotta do.
But I've tried Notion personally and it's never clicked for me. But I've also seen it revolutionize things for her. So it totally is an individual thing.
Oh wait, Ben. I like
Ben.
this. Sing the praises of Descript app all day long for the first pass of video editing. If you do any repurposing audio for podcasts, exporting short clips, it's a must. Saves me so much time. I second that.
Have you tried the thing where when you use Descript, it learns your voice and then you can like type out text in your voice? I've heard some examples of it and it sounds sometimes not great. But for like 1 or 2 words, like if you need a
pretty good.
transition word, you can like, it's pretty, yeah. Aron said, how much of your footage do you keep? How much do you keep?
I keep all of it.
Yeah, me too. I keep all of it.
Yeah.
And it's so helpful to like, especially now that I've been doing enough when I'm talking about like, oh, the EOS R does this. And I'm like, crap, I just need like a glamour shot of the EOS R. It's fun to film new ones, but if I'm done filming, I'm like, I can just go grab any number.
Keep everything.
Yeah.
To me, it's too risky to go down the road of like, what should I keep and what should I not? So it's just easier to just keep everything. If we have the
space, might as well.
We have the space, yeah. And I keep the libraries too.
I don't keep my timelines or my projects. I just keep the raw footage and of course the finished videos.
Yeah. Because there's been so many. I mean, that's where I pull the footage from, is like from the timeline.
Oh, if I need to like get quick stuff, and I know exactly what it is, I get it from a finished video. But if I want to like go browse for, I don't know, if I do a video about the Rodecaster, I might take 5 shots of the Rodecaster, but not use them all in the video. And I'm like, oh, here's like unused footage.
Yeah.
The stuff that I won't keep is if a video is purely talking head and it's like 3 camera angles of me just sitting here talking for 45 minutes.
Well, yeah, you also have a
save
4K workflow.
Yeah, but the file sizes aren't, I mean, they're way bigger than a 1080, but the Sony 4K files are the same size almost exactly as the EOS R's 1080 files.
Oh.
So the project sizes hasn't changed. What's changed is now having 3 cameras instead of 1. But it's the file sizes haven't really been a problem at all. Aubrey just ordered the MX.
Nice.
I'm expecting you to enjoy it. Hey, Tom and Heather was able to get 2 scripts done this week. It takes me hours to research and write. Do you have any tips on improving workflow of writing scripts? That's a great question. You've had to do like especially for Mighty Networks, like you have to do kind of like research-based projects.
For something that you have to do research on, there's only been a handful of videos where I've had to do research. I don't think I have any tips. It's just like, you just, do it. The one thing I will say is I have to sleep on it. For sure. So sometimes I'll crunch out a whole video, I'll do the research, but especially if it's something that requires research, I need to sleep on it before I record.
Oh, that's a good one.
Because I swear the next, fresh pair of eyes, it's like, oh, let me reorganize, or maybe this isn't as strong of a delivery as I originally thought. Yeah.
I would say, which you're probably doing, but you like cite and reference your sources.
Yeah.
So if you say something, X percentage of people do this thing, instead of just telling us that, make sure we know where you're getting that info so you're credible. And then the other thing when it comes to script writing is, unless it's something really specific where it has to be these exact words in this exact order, don't stress yourself out if you like switch things around or leave out a small word.
I don't say script, I say outline.
Yeah.
So I can't do a word for word script. Otherwise, it will take me forever and a day to memorize and deliver the lines word for word. So it's really it's about like, okay, here's point number 1, point number 2, and I can kind of just deliver it.
That's what works for me too.
Different ways.
Some people, though, I've seen really love the word for word script. So again, it all does depend on
what works for
how
you.
your brain works. Leo uses Notion for video, but and it's your favorite video, the one without planning. I like that.
Oh, it's funny.
Jack makes videos because it gives me something to do in isolation. Oh, you're not. You're just waiting it out. Well, that's good. You have dedicated time where you can do nothing but make videos.
Yeah.
Kathy, it's been crazy with COVID at school. It's gone through my athletes, cafeteria counselors. We lost a sub to I do not envy the public school system dealing with like.
I know. I wish.
I can't wrap my head around what everyone has to.
If he hadn't quit, I would have made him stay.
That's what you said. You wouldn't have let me.
Yeah.
Go.
There's no way.
Diana says Merry Christmas regularly because it makes people smile and throws them off.
I love that.
It's exactly what happens. So mission accomplished. Bailey says that's why you should always schedule your videos. I say after publishing a video. Yeah. I used to do that where it's like videos, the video when you saw it on YouTube was finished however long it took to export and upload it ago. Like, export it, upload it, it's live. And when I started scheduling out videos in advance, it took a while to get used to the delayed gratification.
It sucks.
Yeah, it's hard because you're so excited for your video and you want people to see it. And you're like, well, they'll see it in a couple weeks. Okay. But now it's been a while of that. It's, you get used to it. Rahul bought 5 2-terabyte SSDs to move around my house because it's faster than going through my NOS to find stuff.
That's funny.
It is just grabbing little hard drives is always nice. Megan forgets Notion has a desktop app.
I forget it has a website.
Kathy's trying TickTick and
I've tried TickTick. It's good.
I've tried TickTacs.
Hi, Mihal.
Kevin does Trello or talks about some people doing Trello.
Trello's great.
Yeah.
If you want something simple, free, Trello's great.
Oh, I missed Mihal. Hey, Mihal, your new setup and everything looks awesome.
Yeah.
I'm testing out some stuff. It's really great. Bailey, on the topic of workflow, what are your most used keyboard shortcuts? Since using a Mac laptop, I've used Spotlight Search so much. Yeah, Spotlight's amazing. What are my other shortcuts that I use? The MacBook Pro, the new one, has an emoji button. I mean, it could be for other things, but it's a button you push and it brings up the emoji keyboard. I use that all the time.
I actually don't use keyboard shortcuts because I have hot corners on my Mac where you like drag the mouse to a corner and then like, I don't know, go on screensaver or spotlight or what is it called? Where it shows all the icons.
Mission control.
Yeah, that.
Command, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have a Stream Deck too that you use a lot for stuff. So program a Stream Deck. My favorite one is Final Cut Pro. I programmed the S key to do a blade all, slice through all the layers at once. So as you're editing through stuff,
handy.
It's just S. It's really easy for me. Oh, Kathy, Pomodoro.
Pomodoro, if you have
She's
ADHD, like Pomodoro is the way to go. So if you don't know what it is, it's basically like working in intervals. Default is 25 minutes, just work, and then 5-minute break. 25 minutes work, 5-minute break. And then I think after a certain amount of intervals, you take a 1-hour break.
Yeah, you liked it when you were like really doing it for a while.
Yeah, because it really makes the time pass fast. Like when my mind starts to wander, I look at the clock. I'm like, oh, I only have 10 minutes left. It's like easy.
Yeah, you can do anything for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Diana said EOS R has higher bit rates. Definitely makes the files bigger. It does, but I do think that's also why the 1080 on the R looks really good and scales up to 4K really nicely. Because I was doing that for a long time. Not the same as native 4K, but super usable. But I like having the same file size as an actual 4K is nice. Ben says, use a lot of keyboard shortcuts for different apps. Have you heard of Alfred and Keyboard Maestro? I use Alfred for clipboard history and with Keyboard Maestro to make custom shortcuts. Clipboard history. Oh my God. The amount of times I copy something and go to paste it, forgetting I have copied something else, like a stupid URL or whatever, and this whole big thing is gone. It's just like the amount of times I've also pasted a password into a YouTube video description. Yeah. Which of course doesn't actually get saved or published or anything, but like, wow, how terrible would that be?
Yeah, Jarvis. I hear a lot about Jarvis. If you guys, know,
that's what Kevin was saying.
If you do like SEO, tutorial, informational type content, Jarvis AI, I hear really good things.
Yeah.
Do it then.
Oh yeah, Megan's saying better touch bar. Yeah, if you have a MacBook with a touch bar, I played around with that for a while. It's cool because you can like customize the touch bar and stuff. Hassan, is there a picture quality and color difference between the A7 IV and the S3 FX3?
Why don't you set up both cameras next week?
Yeah, I can do that. I've used them all several times now over the past week. I haven't noticed much of a difference. What I've noticed is the A7 IV is, I think, slightly sharper. But that's because it is a 7K sensor being downscaled to 4K. So it makes sense that it would be sharper. The downside to that, as I'm sure you know, is it has rolling shutter. So it means if you move the camera fast, things that are straight lines get like jello-y looking. Whereas the other cameras, everything stays straight because they're in lower resolution. But overall, color and stuff, I don't notice any difference. They all cut together really nice. But the A7 IV is like, for a camera I was not interested in at all when it was announced to a camera that I was so excited to get, it's really fun. I love this camera. And I love just having a real good stills camera, a nice high resolution stills camera. It's great. Peter, MX Keys, my favorite keyboard by far. Recommend that. Just don't forget to charge it. Yeah, I think mine needs to be charged because I've been like, I think I drained it.
I try to remember to charge my mouse on the weekend.
Yeah,
so I just leave it.
My mouse, I use the Magic Mouse, and I actually like it because you can easily scroll horizontally and stuff. But it has a bottom charger where it's like
dumb.
Yeah, come on.
That is like way dumb.
It's way dumb. But the mouse itself is not. My other, yeah. Anyway, Megan said better touch tool, not better touch bar. Roger said the file size comparison between 1080 of the R and the 4K. Does that have anything? Yes, it does. Because I am using the crap. I forget which one it is. It's not the highest quality 4K on the Sonys. It's the one below that. The higher quality one, well, actually, is probably the same as the EOS R's 4K high quality, which is absurdly huge files. I really don't notice much of an image quality difference for my work between that, and the file sizes are so much smaller that I've just been using that. So, and it seems like there's so many people who I like admire and love their work, and they use the same, I think it's the SI, I don't know, 4K one. I was like, oh, if it's good enough for them and they're doing amazing work, like it's fine for me.
Oh, Moom.
Moom, to arrange windows correctly for live streaming. That's nice. I feel like Megan's like the master at like mission control.
Yeah, that's who I think of.
Me too.
Yeah.
Leo said my favorite addition to the workflow was to put a big softbox on my C-stand with wheels.
Nice.
Yes. Absolute game changer from a cheap plastic light stand. You can't go wrong with a good C-stand. And if it's on wheels where you just wheel it around. Because Leo does like, his Instagram's going crazy. So check out his YouTube, but check out his Instagram.
So good.
Because he does a lot of like, here's how I set up things. Here's what the shot actually looked like.
That's so helpful. Yeah.
You can really see what goes into it. Curiosity Network, in my case, I have to write scripts because I have a co-host and we've tried recording with notes and the final recording sounds weird and awkward.
That's interesting.
Gotta do what
I would
works.
think with a co-host, wouldn't you want it to be more conversational?
I would think though that you could get up in your head about like which points you need to hit and who's supposed to hit one. If it's not structured, you're like, it's almost like you're trying to organize it while talking.
Yeah, that's hard.
Yeah. Bailey's school implemented all students and staff to have 2 rapid tests a week, and there were 1,200 kids. Yeah.
Wow. Man.
Yeah. Yeah. Diana says holding on to videos that are scheduled ahead is like waiting for a present to be unwrapped. Yeah. Yeah. It's hard, but I built it up. If you like emojis and don't have the button, there's an app called Rocket that lets you trigger emojis with a colon.
Oh.
That's nice. I feel like there's a joke in there between like colon and triggering emojis, but anyway, be the poop emoji.
Wow.
Sorry. I feel like I use the shortcut for Force Quit a lot for Final Cut Pro. After recent updates, yeah, Final Cut.
Are you guys doing the test that like goes up your nose 3 times a week?
Yeah, you get like a raw.
Yeah, I feel like
raw nose.
That's crazy.
I'm glad we're not the only one. My M1 Max MacBook Final Cut has been fine on it, but on my M1 Mac Mini Final Cut, it seems like I've had to force quit it several times, which is weird. Have you heard about Robotrix? Have you guys heard? Hassan said when the A7 IV was announced, everyone was making a diss on it, thinking people are coming around now. That used to be Canon's thing, was they would announce a camera and everyone's like, this camera, who cares? And then everyone would like
Yeah,
get it and realize it's great.
I even remember that.
Yeah. I think what happened with the A7 IV is people who had the S3 and the FX3 were like, like, we've already had these cameras, like, whatever. But there was a whole bunch of people that were like, we didn't spend that much money on these high-end cameras, and we've been waiting for something that's a little more affordable, and now they have access to that autofocus, that image quality, that, you know, reliability, all that stuff, and it's like, wow, like everyone, it took this great stuff and made it, you know, slightly more accessible to people. It's really good. It's a really great camera so far.
Hey, Dan.
Dan, hey. Dan's excited we got a...
No.
you banned him.
No.
Someone did.
Kevin's on it.
Yay, Kevin. Thank you.
Because it doesn't go away from there.
Oh, okay. Bailey's going to head out. We should probably head out soon, too, because it's 2 o'clock. But James and Mark said, I think doing daily uploads during Vlogmas helped my workflow when we reverted back to 2-3 videos a week. I bet it did. I bet it totally, like, ironed out things.
Yeah. I mean, I'm telling you, everyone should do a 10-day tackle. That should be a challenge. We should do that and just create more. A 10-day tackle.
You know what I don't want to commit myself to?
I know, I don't either.
But it is a great idea. Oh, boy. So the R5C.
There's going to be a podcast.
Yeah, I'm recording the first episode of season 6. It's going to be all about it. I think it's great for some people. I think Canon made some confusing decisions. I do not regret my decision to go with Sony. I was worried. So we'll say that. Like, I was worried, like, oh, did I invest in this new system and now Canon's going to come out with, like, the thing I would have wanted that would have been perfect? It did not happen. That's what I'll leave it at that. We can talk more in the community. So.
All right.
I feel like there was something. I guess that's it, right?
I think that's it.
Yay. It's time to clear the table.
Workflow.
I guess I can play outro music. That's how this works, right?
Don't you have I thought you had a hotkey.
For the intro, not for the outro.
Oh.
For the outro, we just sort of like wing it.
Oh, okay.
All right. So I hope you guys have a safe, happy, healthy, fun rest of your week.
Do.
And we will see you next time.
See you next time. Bye, everybody.
I didn't cut you off.